Just a bit of background on Amma. There's probably two parts of Amma for those who don't know or haven't heard of Amma before. It's originally started as a boutique private investment business based on the Gold Coast. We source boutique investment opportunities and send it out to our network, which consists at the moment of around 50 to 60 accounting firms, and they're obviously their clients. So from that, we saw there was a bit of a market and opportunity to have a look at how those business clients were advertising their business and ways we think that they can improve and maximise the way they're advertising to win new business and also retain their existing business as well. So I'll just get into this. As I said, workshop's all about how you can use digital and social advertising to win new business and retain your existing clients. Just a few questions there. Does everyone here, obviously everyone here who owns or runs a business, do I want to say that? Okay. Does everyone have a marketing and advertising budget? Have you set yourself an annual budget of what you spend on your marketing and advertising?
Yeah.
No? Yes? Show of hands of those who do. Okay. Who is that? I guess is for those that do, for those who are advertising, is there a measurement that you can say, okay, for every $50 of advertising, you'll get one new business, one new client from that, or is there? Do you put a dollar figure on the amount of advertising you need to do to win new clients? Does anyone there measure that type of thing? No? So let's just start by defining the digital and social advertising. The digital advertising obviously is anything to do with the WWW, the World Wide Web. Social advertising is just a relatively new industry, part of that industry, but something that's really is increasing in numbers and in popularity as the years go by. So let's just take a look at how significant one change alone has been the last 2 or 3 years. So I guess we start by saying, going back maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago, if you were looking for a product or service, where's the first place that you would start looking? Yellow Pages, exactly. Now, if you're looking for that same product or service, where would you look today? Very good. So where do you think that your prospect customers are looking for those products and services today?
Facebook.
Facebook? Anywhere digital, exactly. So search. Google and other search engines are now the #1 place of choice, as we've just discussed then. We can all acknowledge that that's where the people these days are looking for product and services. It's the #1 place where I know if I'm looking for anything, the first place I'll go to is Google. So Google has now become the new Yellow Pages. Question again. How many of you are advertising on Google or Yahoo? Yeah? Yeah. A couple there?
We used to.
Used to? What made you stop that?
We're too localised.
Too localised?
Really, yeah.
Okay. It's interesting. So how many of you are still paying for Yellow Pages? That's good. And why is that still? Just it's something that's always been basically drilled in you from, that's how businesses used to advertise, and that's the way, it's just a, yeah.
And the classic Telstra situation that they have it locked into your billing system, and before you know it, you've made 3 payments.
Yeah.
Do you get a result though? Or you don't know?
The reality is, I reckon in 20 years of having the business, I reckon I'll be averaging 1 client a year from the phone directories.
Most of yours would be word of mouth, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's funny too, Yellow Pages email me now.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Yeah. No trouble to you. Exactly right.
So they use, yeah.
And they're probably revving the prices up as well. So.
Yeah.
So I guess it just comes back to #1 on a checklist for those of you that have got a business and you want to maximise it, is to learn how to use Google and Yahoo and those search engines. Google Ads is an easy one. Really, you should be learning how to use that, especially for for a local area. If someone comes along and they're looking for beds in South Melbourne, it's good to be able to use Google AdWords to, if you're in that industry, that as soon as someone puts in bed, South Melbourne, that you'll probably come up on near the top of that search result. So it's all search engine optimisation. There's a guy in our office who did a bit of research on the internet versus traditional means, and he picked out a couple of industries there, so lawyers, cafes, day spas, dentists. Anyone have a guess? It's basically just the amount of people that would search for that using the Yellow Pages compared to that who would search on Google or other internet searches. Anyone have a guess on the first one of lawyers? Just throw a number out there.
20.
20?
In a year, did you say?
No, this is a month.
Oh.
Monthly searches.
Monthly searches.
It'd be in the thousands.
Thousands. Suspense. About 1265.
Yeah.
So this is based on Brisbane. There's probably a few more in Melbourne. Cafes, any guesses? Throw it out there. 3700. Day spas, 23, 1100. Anyone want to have a guess? Those same searches using Google or other internet-based search engines?
10 times. 10 times as much.
Yeah.
Around that. And go through. So you can see there's 27,000, 19,000, 14. So that just gives you a bit of an idea that people searching through the Yellow Pages compared to using the internet.
Yeah.
Two key factors to winning new customers by search. You need to work out how to be at the top or close to the top of when somebody searches for your product or service. So what we've found is that it's not essential that you're number one as the Google search results. We've found that if you can be in that first page and possibly in the top 8 to 10, that you've got a fairly high success rate of people coming to your website. I don't know if anyone here has done a Google search and has ever gone on to page 2 or 3 or 4 of the searches results. Anyone do
Only
that?
when you're looking for a business name.
Okay.
Or
Yep.
specific information in the first couple of lines.
Yeah, the metadata has proven to be very important. If you can be in that first page, within that first 8 to 10, and you've got some really distinct metadata, which provides a bit of a description of your service, you have a very high success rate of people clicking to your website. So what we try and say to the SME businesses that we talk to is that, I guess, why do you have a website? Does everyone here have a website for your business? Yep. So why do you have that website?
Credibility.
Credibility? Prove you exist? Yeah. I think, because everyone else does, yeah, possibly. What we're finding is that the businesses are probably losing a bit of focus on what the website's there for. We try and say to them, look, you've got a website because people want to come to your website to do business with you at the end of the day. They're clicking on your website because you've got a product or service that they're looking for. So, I mean, if you're selling